So this is the old girls' dorm. This is where, back in the boarding school days, the girls were housed.
Here at Warm Springs Behavioral Health, my role is a contract clinical psychologist. I work with the Employee Assistance Program, so I help employees who are going through a hard time. I meet with head judges and their clerks on a monthly basis to support them through difficult cases. And I also just work with individuals in our community who are seeking help.
Here's one of our therapy rooms where we just work with people to help them through some challenges.
My name is Shilo Shaw Tippett. I'm a clinical psychologist and a member of the Confederated Tribes of Warm Springs. There are so many things that inspired me to seek this career in behavioral health. I remember when I was very young, like around 3rd grade, I saw one of the school bullies beating up another kid. And it bothered me for so long that first no one stopped the fight, but also that it even happened. It took a lot of years for me to fully understand that the bully needed help. And so just throughout my life, in a bunch of different situations, I became interested in the field of psychology. But that's where it all started. Some of the difficulties early on, honestly, were leaving my tribe and leaving my family. So I'm half Native and half white. And for a long time, that was kind of like difficult for me because I felt like I lived in 2 different worlds. I remember just feeling not engaged. I didn't relate to people. I didn't feel like I fit in. The last thing I was interested in was school.
I should tell that to
Things that turned my kind of trajectory around was being here in Warm Springs with people who were professionals and doing fun things with their career. And then one of my mentors, her master's project was an incredible, like, state-of-the-art early childhood education center. She came back home and created it. And it really solidified that I want to be involved in people's lives in a way that I could help make positive change so they can meet their goals better. The clinic here in Warm Springs where I work was the old girls' boarding school. And there's a lot of trauma that happened there. Elder women would come in and say, like, this happened to me in that bathroom, or I remember the person who was in charge doing this right here. And so we worked hard to change the building so it'd feel different, but that doesn't change what happened. And so you can't ignore that that was colonizing, so we have to actively work to decolonize. It's never a question like, are you gonna see this patient for 15 minutes or 30 today? I'm gonna see the patient for as long as they need to be seen so that they can accomplish healing, and so we can work towards that. And so in this current job, I get to be a part of that, and that also helps me heal. My mom was a fish biologist, and so we lived at the fish hatchery. She loves salmon. She's always loved salmon. It's one of our traditional foods. She told a story of how they always come back. Like, wherever they're born, they come back. So if they're born at the fish hatchery, they're gonna come back to spawn and lay their eggs and eventually die. It resonated with me that that's how we are too. Like a lot of our Indigenous people, we might leave the reservation, we see a lot of things, we ultimately come back to where we're from. And it's so meaningful to me that my kids can be here running around, and this is where their grandma, their great-grandma, and their great-great-grandma have been. And we are still here. Advice for people who are Native and interested in healthcare would be, go for it. Like, don't hold back. There's always going to be resources for you to go. You're completely capable. Fight every part of your mind that thinks you're not good enough, because you are.